What's up, YouTube? My name is Revnonkoff. This is an exciting review of set 9515, the Separatist Malevolence, and currently to date the only Separatist ship that has been made in minifigures style. So minifigures can fit in the ship, not counting the Invisible Hand, which was a micro ship. This set retailed for the price of $19.99 back in 2012. It retired in 2014. It had 1,999 pieces. New, you're looking at 620. Used, 195 to 249. However, the cheapest currently is 499. So it kind of varies where you're looking for it, and honestly, there's no one selling it for lower than that. So it's kind of a bummer if you want to get your hands on this set. But that is because of the expensive minifigures in this set, being, of course, General Grievous and Count Dooku here. But yeah, let us get into the actual build itself. Now, something to mention about my General Grievous is he is in terrible condition. He was very loved, so he's quite... his plastic is very worn, and he's got a few cracks in his arm and his head, so he is actually taped together for this review. So let us get into the ship itself. I figured starting off with a ship this big, we're going to start with the back. So it has a nice little carrying handle here. As you can see, the entire ship kind of bends in the center there when you lift it up, but I assure you, it's not going to snap in half. It's not the Invisible Hand. Now, on the back here, you have these great engine details and a cobweb, so that's nice. We'll get that out of there. It's funny, I just spent like 20 minutes cleaning the set before the review, but anyway, there you go. There's the nice engine detail back there. Little smiley face it looks like, so that's kind of fun. On the bridge here is just a nice brick built detail. It's kind of like in miniature but also big scale, because in the show the bridge was, you know, you had droids up there, you had the command center up there, you had everybody up there, but to fit minifigures in, they did it this way. Now you can open up the panels on the side here. The interior is pretty lacking, especially back here. This is the rail car section. If you remember in the show, that had little transport trains going throughout the ship, going back and forth. In this one here, you have a small crate with just a tool in it. Nothing that exciting there. You can also lock these in place so they're not moving around with this little switch here. Or you can use the switch to push them. Either way, they're there and they're here. They're kind of lame, honestly, but yeah. Right here you have sticker detail. Then we also will flip the ship around to the other side where you still have the identical sticker detail. But then on this one here, you have a rail car that is actually has no crate and can just what do you call it? You can just put a minifigure on it, or a droid on it. So we'll just grab Padme here, and boom, she's ready to go ride all the way up into the bridge here. I will say this is not a great system for moving figures around. It barely functions, and it doesn't really slide that well, especially if your minifigure is holding something. As you've seen there, Padme kind of was just jamming it up with her gun, but should just slide smoothly up here. But yeah, kind of a weird feature, but it is neat that they still incorporated the rail system that you see in the show in the set. It's kind of nice. So after you exit, I guess I should just show the rail car anyway. It's got these it's got red Baraki eye pieces in the front. It's got some slopes. It's got a seat. Not much else to say. Like I say, you can just leave it in here, and then this locks it in place so it's not sliding around or falling out of place. I should also show you the more inside of this set. So if you can see in there, you can kind of see an opening into the bridge, but we will definitely look at that a lot closer in a few seconds here. In the front is even more detail. You can lift this up to show all of this nice stickers. Yes, all of these are stickers. Quite awful to place, especially when I was a young kid and had to do this set. Yeah, for me, this set is very special to me. I got this set as a New Year's gift from my dad. So this set has a special place in my heart. So, and also it is kind of cool being the only Separatist ship they've made so far. It's very sad to say that though. Anyway, so you can open up these bubble turrets here, and here you have one of the coolest features, and that is the rotating spring, not spring-loaded, but rubber band, basically, shooter for the ion cannon. So you can go boop, 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 and boop. And then you can just reload it just as easy, but you don't have to reload it because you can just swing the ship to the other side where you have the exact same thing, and you can fire off that entire rack of things. And now to fire them hard, you really gotta just like slam on it, otherwise, yeah. Something I've noticed about mine is that the rubber band sometimes sticks a little, so yeah, depending on how old your set is, it may have issues like that too. But a brand new one you buy shouldn't have a problem. Now, let's get into my favorite area, the bridge here. And there ain't much in here. As you can see, there's the opening, and you can't even fit a minifigure through there to put them up here. So kind of false advertising, really. Well, not false advertising, but yeah, it's a bummer. Here you have the command bridge that normally you would see on top of the this section of the ship would be on top of the ship. That's what you see. But in Lego form, it's in the bottom, sort of like they do Star Destroyers, where the command bridge is what you open. Now, as I said, my Grievous is not very good, but he's supposed to go here. Well, at least they show him on the box standing there. Then my favorite build of this set, honestly, which isn't the set itself, it's kind of funny, but is the seat right here. Now this chair is perfect. It honestly only works with a battle droid. So you take your commander here and you sit him in his chair. So he just attaches to the back here, like so. And then, okay, would you stop falling off though? Yeah. And then boom, he is ready to command the ship. Now the best thing about the bridge is you have lots of space to put whoever you want up here, droids, characters, whoever you want. And yeah, so usually I have mine filled with pilot droids because this set doesn't come with any, and it's a real crying shame that it doesn't come with any. But yeah, let's pull out the chair here. I wanted to show you a closer look of that. So as you can see, just has open studs, and you just put your droid on the next one, lift up his arms, put those up, put the armrests up basically, then put his arms down, and he is ready to command the Malevolence right into a moon. If you know the show, that's a reference to the show. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna really do it for the ship itself. Let's take a look at the minifigures, and yeah, we'll go from there. Here we go with our first minifigure, which is the most expensive. This is General Grievous in tan. If you know your General Grievous history, you know he was originally in white, and then when the Clone Wars series came around, they made this General in tan, and then when they did him again for Revenge of the Sith sets, they made him in white. So the tan version is wanted a bit more, so his price is $66. $99 according to Brick Economy. He, of course, has 4 lightsabers using the old color green. Now, if you didn't know, there actually is an old color green. The difference is that it's much lighter than the current green, which is a more dark green. But the blue has pretty much stayed the same. There's his back. As you can see, there's the piece of tape holding him together, because otherwise he would be a pile of pieces. And his head does not even stay, unfortunately, because there's a big crack in his head. My plan is just to glue him so he'll have a second life at least. He won't be able to be, used very anymore, but a statue of him would be cool just to have. But yeah, that's going to do it for our good general here. I'm going to try and get him off the stand without breaking him anymore. I wasn't sure who to put up next, but we're going to go with Count Dooku. He's got this nice cape here. It's the old style, so it's very papery. He's, of course, got the nice chrome hilt. Mine has seen some days, so it's not as chrome in some spots. And then he has no back printing, because that wasn't a thing yet. No leg printing either. And, of course, he's just got that great Clone Wars face. No double-sided face on these guys. And, yeah, that is going to be it for our count here. Let's move on. Next up is Clone Wars Anakin. He's got this pretty okay torso. He's got a blue lightsaber with lots of bubbles in it, which was a problem back in Lego's days. No double-sided face, and no back printing on the back, because why would we have that? Our last minifigure, if you can call it, that is officially in this set, that isn't the battle droids, is Padme Amidala in her Clone Wars outfit. And she looks pretty good. She's got the nice red vest and the gray tunic in the back. And she does have back printing. I know, the only figure in this set to have back printing. And it's Padme. So, pretty premium. As you can tell, she's got that, well, what many call cursed Clone Wars faces. I don't think it's too bad. This hairpiece, it was only ever done for her, though, if you want to talk about rare pieces. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, that is going to be doing it for Padme. Next but not least, but not last, sorry, is the regular tan battle droid. You know these guys. You love them. They go up, they go down. Their head bent goes up and down as well. And they come with a blaster. They're just your standard grunts that just get killed and shot. Last but not least, and who was actually, besides General Grievous, was my favorite figure in this set, to show what kind of niche figures I like. And that is the Commander Battle Droid, who has this nice little orange dot on his chest and then the orange top on his head. Very subtle printing, but it is enough to make him a commander. And I really enjoy having this figure because there weren't too many of them made. They've only ever appeared in 3 sets. And to have one of them is just nice. And yeah. That's going to do it for your figures. There will be no extra pieces this time because, well, this set was built so long ago, I don't have them anymore. So we're just going to get to the final verdict. All right, here we are back with the final verdict. Going over the set, I love it, but I'm not going to be too nostalgia blind by it. This set kind of sucks. It's really, yes, it captures the shape of the Malevolence, but this ship was massive in the show. And the fact that you only get basically one room here and one room there in such a massive set is kind of a bummer, because if you remember the promotional material coming out, there was a commercial for this set, and in the set it showed a prison brig aboard General Grievous's ship. However, there is not a prisoner place on this ship. And a set for $119.99 and 1,099 pieces isn't a bad price, but the figures are kind of lacking. Grievous, necessary. Dooku, necessary. Anakin, Padme, I think are also necessary. But a few more battle droids wouldn't have hurt. Like a few more to operate the bridge up here, because it's quite empty. Otherwise, you just have this guy sitting in his chair, and that's really it. And you can place them around the place, but yeah. However, saying that, this being the only play scale Lego Star Wars set to have based off of a Separatist ship is, well, not the only one, of course, but the only, main capital ships is sad. It really is. It makes me wish that there'd be a play scale Invisible Hand, or even a Lucre Hull. Something else or one of those weird banking clan ships. Now, my reasoning is the reason why Lego has not done any Separatist capital ship sets is because they're so weird, and they have like shapes that hang down and stuff, and I think it just wouldn't, they'd have to be able to make it stand on its own without falling over. And of course a stand would help, but they only usually do stands for the higher tier sets, 18 plus and the like. So will we ever see a Lego Separatist ship, capital ship, one of the any of their ships? Hopefully. Hopefully the Malevolence doesn't remain the only capital ship that they've ever made. But anyway, that was just my take on this set. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section below, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, Revenant off, sign off. Bye-bye, guys.